So I always like to ask Jules or any of my customers what side they part their hair on, because that makes a difference in, especially in A-line. If the goal is to have your side panels long, then it makes a huge difference where we part it, because if we cut it on the part, it will always look good where you part it. If you don't, and we part it on the opposite side or in the middle, or a typical way to part off would be a mohawk, which we would take this whole section in the middle. But with an A-line, you don't do that because we need the side panels to both be nice and strong. So I always like to ask where you part it. Okay, so what I'm going to use on her is Schwarzkopf Body Me. The easy, really easy product to overuse. So I just use a tiny little bit on her head, about the size of a pea. Concentrate mostly at the root because it is a body product. You don't really need it on your ends at all. I concentrate on the scalp. And it's going to give you some lift as well as shine. Most all of Schwarzkopf's products have shine in them. They've got some natural oils that give you a lot of shine. And red is so light reflective that it has shine anyway, but it has even more shine with the products in it. So now I'm going to style her, round brush it, starting from the bottom, section it off. This is the most difficult, or the most, what's the word to use? Common misconception is most people round brush their hair without sectioning it off, and then you're dealing with the whole head of hair at one time. I like to section it off into generally 3 or 4 sections. Her hair's short enough that I won't need to do 3 or 4, but section it off so you're dealing with this section of the hair, the middle section of the hair, the upper side panels, and the top. You want to over direct the hair for the maximum volume. Meaning lift the round brush almost straight up off of the head if you want it full in this direction. Straight up from the head. When that comes down, it will be nice and full. I always do my finish work as it's dried after I get it styled. Take out extra bulk that you might need to, as you see how it's laying on the head. key to a good round brush is heat mixed with tension using the cool shot. You pull on the hair with the nice tension with heat, and you cool it to set it with the cool shot on your blow dryer, which is located right here. Most people don't know what the cool shot's for. It sets it into the new shape that you've just formed it in. Okay, I always do the bangs dry because when the hair is wet, it seems real long and it shrinks up when it's dry. How much length do you want off of your bangs?
Just right about to the brow.
When it's done and dry? A lot of people ask me how far back on the head a bang should start. Depends on your hairline, how much hair you have on your forehead, but I typically like to take mine back about 1.25 inches from the hairline, depending on the hair texture. Now Jules likes big hair, so we're going to back comb it. You back comb underneath so you don't see the net, the cushion that you're making. So we kind of talked about the round brushing, which is probably the single biggest thing people do wrong. That's when I tell people to section it off, they're like, oh my gosh, really? That's like 101. So I don't know what else I always let my clients know when they leave that they can call me at any time. They can come by for a complimentary. If they can't manage it the first time they do it, they can come in and I'll give them a complimentary tutorial and show them how to do it. Because a lot of people just can't duplicate the hairstyle, and then they end up hating it. And it's not the haircut, 80% of it is being able to duplicate this at home. And so I get that. So I try to educate you on your round brushing and flat ironing, the products you need to use, which we've kind of talked about. And then coming in for regular trims to keep the hair in shape, to maintain the style. So, yeah.
And I love it.
Here's the finished product. The reason we go to this color, and it's typically our go-to color, is because it's so complementary to her skin tone. She is not a natural redhead, but she should have been born a redhead. She's got the porcelain skin. And what was your comment after you saw the color before we ever got it dry? What did you say? Look what it does to my...
Look what it does for my skin tone. It brightens up my face.
So, and this is definitely a warm red, not a violet red, not a cool red. This is a natural red as opposed to a high fashion violet. So you've got your warm reds and your cool reds. This is definitely a orange or warm red, a golden red, copper, kind of like a copper penny. That's kind of the color we go for typically. So voila!
I love it.